What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for a new video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we are finally going to finish the wide body install. Last time we did this, we pretty much did a half-ass job just because we were on a time crunch, and the main focus pretty much was just getting the fenders installed, getting all the rivets in, and just having it placed on the car. Because like I said, we were on a time frame, and I have a full-time job, guys, and it makes it really hard for me if I need to work on the car like 24/7 just to get a really good clean job. If I was doing YouTube 24/7, that was like my main job, then I would be able to just focus on the car and work on the car to its perfection. But we have to do it in like different days and just a series of different videos, putting it together, because it's just really hard for us to work on the car for a couple of hours and just get it done right. We have families, we have another full-time job, so it's really hard. YouTube's just a hobby right now. If it were ever to be like my full-time career, then it would be a lot different. But right now, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and finally get the fenders installed. I got them painted already. Paint match Red Candy U6 by my boy Revivals Auto Spa. Thanks, Saul, always getting it done straight up. Fire right here, check it out. Paint match to the car. Car's pretty dirty, gotta try to clean it up. But what we did last time, let me just try to catch you guys up real quick. We went ahead and cut this fender, but after doing the install, honestly, we realized we really didn't have to cut it. I know the proper way is to cut it, but we could have gotten away without doing it. I still need to do the other side. The only issue is the rears. We left the rears like this and it busted my fender back here. Check that out. It's just been rubbing. You can see it would rub on the tire. Left a pretty good mark on there. If you're thinking of doing a wide body install on your S197, this is the Fiber Mafia fenders. So you can get away with the fronts, but you cannot definitely get away with the rears. You are going to have to cut them in order to get that good fitment. The second issue we ran into was the tires. I went ahead and got new tires because when I bought these wheels off of Late Model Restoration, it was a kit. It was the rims and the wheels, the tire setup. The one they sent me, they're 9.5s all around, but it is 285s, 35s, 19s all around as well. So the rears are fine. It's just that the fronts were rubbing horrendously. Actually here, it wasn't even rubbing on the fender flare, on the wide body flare. It was actually rubbing here. Horrible. Like, it just sounded really bad. So I actually ended up getting skinnier tires in the front. I haven't put the flares on yet, so I don't know how the fitment is with those, but as far as the rubbing goes, no rubbing whatsoever. Next thing we're gonna do, I already went ahead and loosened up the wheels. We're gonna start cutting up the rear, and then that way we can mount up the flares. Wheels are off. These are actually my old wheels, if I can borrow them back, but wheels are off. So he already started the process, but he's gonna go ahead and finish it up. Should be enough. I don't know if we're gonna go all the way to this trim. I mean, it's pretty much a little guideline, but I don't know if you think that's good enough.
Can I continue with my
work? You can
already?
continue with the work. Yes, thank you. For the most part, the passenger rear flare is actually on there, and it looks really freaking sick, man. It looks so badass. Let's check that out. Looks really good. What I'm doing right now is, if I try to fix that last rivet, I'm adding this rubber gasket all across the flare. I already got that one done. Now I'm trying to get this one done right here. All it does, guys, it has two purposes pretty much. One of them is to it avoids any like water or dirt, stuff like that, from getting inside the fender that might get into here, maybe cause a rusting, etc. Also, the second pro to this is that it fills in the gaps, because sometimes when you install the flare, you're gonna have a small gap. They're not really perfect modeled to the car, so what the gasket does, it fills up that little gap and you don't have any gaps across the whole flare. So that's pretty good. So he's gonna go ahead and just finish this one up right here. I think we're having trouble with it. We might have to just redo it later, but main purpose is getting them on there. I already cut this flare. Efrain's about to cut the other one right now. That way this will be done. I don't know if I have enough rubber gasket to do the fronts, so I'm gonna have to order more, but at least the rears are on there. Then we'll just have to order the front ones and redo them. We are finally officially complete with the wide body kit. I already got 3 out of the 4 mounted, I got a little ahead of myself, but I just wanted to make sure everything was secured, everything was done well. And before doing the last piece of it, let me give you guys a quick walk around. Just check it out. Already paint matched to the car. I was between getting them paint matched and then getting them matte black. And a lot of my friends were saying, you know what, you should do matte black. But this whole time when I thought about doing the wide body, I was like, nah, we're gonna get it paint matched. So here you have it. I am missing this piece right here, which is this one right here, and I still need to do one thing, but we'll get to that right now. But I'm gonna give you guys a walk around real quick. Fitment on this side, I think I needed to go up just a little bit. It is kind of low. And fitment in the rear, when it comes to like the width of the wheels, it needs to be better. Check it out. I am running 9.5, so I think I need a 10-inch, maybe a 10.5-inch wheel in the rear. Oh, by the way, check it out, guys. We have our official garage. This is our own garage right here. Finally, we have our own headquarters. We don't have to be bashing Efrain all the time for his, but we're still gonna be there most of the time anyways. Rears, I am missing a few bolts. I need to redo some of these holes right here. I didn't get to rivet them that well, but this side, the fronts are perfect. The front has perfect fitment on right height and on the width, and I'm okay with that. But the rear is the one that they need to stick out just a bit more. The setup that I have is 9.5 all around. I need to be running at least a 10 or 11 in the rear, but that'll be fixed soon. But for now, they look pretty good. All right, guys, so the last piece of the puzzle is this little rubber gasket right here. And you pretty much don't need to add it on. It's just for like safety precaution, because if you add this rubber gasket, you avoid like water and stuff from getting into the wide body. And especially since we cut up the flare, we have exposed metal right here, so if water starts getting in there, we're gonna actually get some rust here. And I actually need to spray on some spray paint or some primer right here on the bare metal. That way we can avoid some of that rust. Now, this wide body kit by Fiberglass Mafia is pretty decent. All right, it's like a 8 out of 10. Fitment is decent, like I said. And I can show you on this side what's going on. What I mean is that we have just a bit of gapping right here, some gapping here and right here. All right, so what the rubber gasket does though is that it fills in all those gaps. All right, so it kind of cleans up the wide body kit and just makes it look a lot better. And I kind of feel the little trim, some of you guys might not like it, but since I have all that matte black going around the car, I feel like it matches pretty well with it. You don't have to do it. This is 3M, so it goes on both sides. So it'll go all around the inner fender, and then it'll stick out on this side as well. Now, I messed up. I miscalculated my measurements, and I only ordered enough for the 2 rears and 1 of the fronts.